Hi, welcome back to the English Ale Week of the Montreal Beer Review. I know it's been a while since I did my first video for this week, but I was kind of busy. Today I went busking, playing in the metro to make some extra cash, so I've been quite tired, and I decided I'll still do a review right now, since I've had this in the fridge. This is Tetley's English Ale. Now, this is an English bitter ale, and it's supposed to be with a widget can, but the funny thing is, it even says like smooth flow and draft, which usually means, in British beers, it usually means that it has a widget inside. Same goes with the size. It's 14 mils, but I don't really hear it, so hopefully it's going to be inside, but I can't guarantee it. And for the glass, this is going to be a debut for my Kilkenny glass. I've never actually used it in the review for some reason, but this is like perfect size for these kind of cans, because it's less than a pint, but it's fitting for this can. It fits entirely this thing. And it was actually one of the first, I think it was the first glass I've ever got as part of the collection. I think this kind of started my collection. Anyways, Tetley's has been acquired by Carlsberg, the big brewing company from Denmark, and this particular beer comes in different versions. In each country it kind of comes in different strains. This version I got it from Ontario, out in Ottawa. It's only 3.6% ABV, but I think that the version we got in the States is 4.5%. So this is a very, very light beer for Canada, for the Canadian market, that's for sure. And let's see what it's all about. It actually comes from Northampton, New England. Yeah, Carlsberg Tetley is the company who makes it. Let's review it now and see what it's all about. Let's take a quick look at the can. As I've said, 414 mils, 3.6 ABV, smooth and creamy, Yorkshire's finest pub ale. Yeah, this is from Yorkshire. And draft, smooth flow, everything, usual stuff. Here it says brewed in England by Carlsberg Tetley, and all sorts of deposits, not much else to say. And here we have a little bit of a description. A uniquely smooth taste to enjoy a perfect glass of Tetley's. Serve cold from the fridge, pull the tab, put down the side of the glass in one smooth movement, and wait for the tiny, tight, creamy head to form. So I suppose this is a draft widget can after all. Now, English bitters are usually not the most flavourful ales, but totally much more flavourful than, let's say, all the macro lagers. I mean, they're much lighter in ABV usually, but you get much more flavour in it. Although some bitter ales, which are kind of like, let's say, Boddingtons, they're really creamy and nice and smooth, but haven't got much flavour to them. But at the same time, I prefer them to the macro lager anytime, because they're nice and enjoyable. So, yeah, this is a widget can, so I guess it just didn't seem like one. When you shake a can, it usually makes that familiar sound. But I suppose in this case, it's a bit of a disguise. Nevertheless, it's the usual stuff going on. Plenty of bubbles falling and rising, and slowly we get a creamy head forming. This is not going to take as much time as a Guinness would, probably, from a can, but so you get some action. Probably appears a bit darker on camera, because I had to turn on the lights. Actually, it's not even late, it's about 7-something, like approaching 8 o'clock, but there was a huge thunderstorm outside, so it's kind of dark, so I had to turn on the lights. So we've got a nice 2-finger creamy head, and as far as it seems to me, the colour is it's kind of bronze and copper kind of colour. Not really orange, not red, more like bronze and copper. Clear but foggy because it's kind of sweating there. Smells like your typical bitter, nothing special. Got some grain, some slight hops. Bit of a metallic scent to it. I suppose it has to do with the can. I'd say it's similar to Boddington's, but I think Boddington's is stronger than this as far as ABV goes, at least this version. So it looks like a perfect pint, even though it's not a pint. But maybe it's like an American pint, I don't know. But it looks nice and appealing to us. You want to try it? Sure. Oh, nice and creamy, amazing creamy. it just goes down so smoothly, and then you know, first get the head, then you get the actual beer. But certainly a nice refreshment, and I say it's similar to Boddington's, but yeah, it's kind of vague. It's not as vague as Budweiser, American knuckle lagers, but of course light, even though it's actually weak, it's the light in alcohol. But mostly get some breadiness, not really fruity at all. You do get some caramel, maybe some toffee notes in it. It's very smooth. That's probably the best thing about it. Another good thing about it is drinkability. I mean, at 3.6 ABV, I only have one right now, but I suppose when I go to England, I could have like whole four pack of these. I think they sell them pretty cheap there. It's kind of what's really light body to it. Mouthfeel, it's fairly flat. Not much carbonation after the whole thing's done, settles. Don't get much better, but I'll get back to you with my final word. But it's a good beer. Nothing spectacular about it. Nothing that sets it apart from similar beers like Boddington's. But it's good. It's a good pick. I'm glad I tried it. The biggest impression on me is the appearance and the drinkability. Two things. Look at that lacing, it's very, very good. The head's still round, nice and creamy. All in all, it's just a very, very good. I give it a 4.5 on beer out of the just in my review earlier, and it does deserve a good mark from good grade for the appearance. As far as drinkability, you'd be hard pressed to find a better, session bitter, or better session beer for that matter. Because it's hard to find at 3.6%. It's still got enough flavour. I mean, it's not the most flavorful thing, but you wouldn't expect anything massive from this kind of beer. As far as the flavour overall, slight hops, very slight hops, subtle fruitiness. You get quite a bit of that grainy maltiness and breadiness. It's slightly sour, maybe a bit salty, and you get a dry kind of bready finish to it. But simple, so drinkable. You can have loads of these things, and I don't feel thirsty much. Could pair well with things like fish and chips. I think it's a proper thing to go along with these things. Flavour-wise, kind of similar to things like Boddington's, as I said, John Smith for that matter. Similar beers. But I think I have to give it a higher grade. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because it's more drinkable. It's less, you get less alcohol, but more drinkability, more enjoyment. So 7 out of 10 for Tetley English Ale. And I did solve the mystery of the forgotten widget. It's actually a different type of widget. It's not a ball kind of plastic thing. I looked in the can, you wouldn't see it, but it's actually on the very bottom of the can. Special widget device. It's like scattered all along the bottom, so it's not detached from the can. That's why I couldn't hear it. But it does produce a similar thing. So yeah, that wraps it up pretty much. Good beer. I've enjoyed this. Nice and cold. This is kind of a you drink cold. Unlike the more flavourful kind of ales. So yeah, try it. It's good. Tetley English Ale, 7 out of 10. Thanks for checking out. I might see you this week. If not, I'll see you from my abroad trip beer reviews. See ya. Bye.